Okay, so if somebody has never been to a hair show or an event like this, how would you actually describe it?
Well, it's a little like Cirque du Soleil, which I probably can't say for copyright reasons. Imagine like a circus of hair. It's like a runway show, it's a Broadway production, it's everything you can, it's just glamour, flat out glamour for 2 hours.
And glamour and fashion, right?
Glamour, fashion, music, all of it.
Today, you guys actually did a couple of presentations, but let's just talk a little about, because you say education. What is it that you're educating people on? What are you telling them? Now, remember, this is like layman terms to the person at home.
Absolutely. Well, in terms of what we teach and what we train, we actually train the professional stylists that then take care of the clients. So the latest color techniques, how to apply the color, how to cut the hair in the latest fashions, the trends, that's what our team actually does.
So now when it comes to particular products and the things that you guys use, does it really make that big of a difference? Because I hear things like, oh, all makeup's the same, all hair stuff's the same, but I don't think everything's created equally.
You know, you're right, and there, especially with hair color, there's been amazing advances in hair color over just the last 5 and 10 years. And I mean, the female consumer who colors her hair has a myriad of choices. And so, can I say that the hair color in the salon is better than the hair color that you would buy at the local drugstore? Yes, absolutely I can. Because the hair color you buy in the drugstore is formulated so it's no fuss, no muss, and you have a predictable result.
Right.
Now, the difference, of course, is in the application. Because so much damage happens when you start hair coloring your hair at home. And I know every woman has had a home hair color mishap.
Oh yeah, I used to like sun-in, remember that?
Right, and you got
that was a crime.
Right, and I bet your hair went a lovely shade of orange, right?
Orange, it was, but I thought I was blonde.
You know what? You might as well, exactly, right? Because it went lighter, and so, right.
Who knew?
But here's the thing, is that what a woman has to spend to come into the salon to get those stripes or that uneven color taken care of, she actually could have gotten 5 or 6 color services in this salon. So, and most of the damage doesn't come from the product, it comes from the improper application, because you can't see the back of your head, and we're trained as hairdressers to do the best thing for your type of hair, because hair color isn't one size fits all. So our whole thing is that you can't get supernatural from a supermarket.
I like that. Okay, so what is the biggest hair faux pas that you see in Miami? Besides, like, a lot of frizzy, because I mean it's humidity, so we can't.
No, it's humidity, yeah.
But no, give it to me. We're tough. We can take it. We want to know the mistake. We can take it.
The biggest hair sin that I see is women trying to go.
Wait, just women.
Just
Like men can't ever make a mistake.
Well, of course, men can make a mistake.
Okay. Women, all of you women suck out there if you're watching this right now.
What?
Okay.
Okay, because I can come back to the men and do that.
Okay. So the women, listen, Miami women.
Okay. If your hair is dark and you're trying to be a blonde, okay, stripes aren't pretty, little spaghetti snake frosts aren't pretty, trying to get your hair up to look like the girl on the box, just don't do it. Call a hairdresser. Call a hairdresser.com, in fact. Call a hairdresser. Don't do it yourself, because you will go orange. Blarge.
That's not, I'm stealing that from you.
And men, I have to tell you, lay off the gel. This isn't the shore in New Jersey.
Yeah.
If you know what I'm saying.
Little Italy. I like it, Little Italy. I've been there. I lived in New York, so I can say that. Okay, lay off the gel. Go to a hairdresser, women.
Just talk to a hairdresser.
And talk to a hairdresser. Well,
just ask, because you know what, because if it's a budget thing, we can help
I heard
you.
up there, they said just put the 15 things and give me your visa. I heard that.
Yeah, I know, we did to say that. But I got to tell you, sometimes,
it was good, though.
Listen, we're still in an economic crisis, and
Right.
budget is a factor.
No,
But
you're
talk
right.
to your hairdresser and get the best recommendation for what you can do. You may not have to spend 4 hours in the salon. It doesn't have to be expensive. You can get a lovely glaze, you know, a lovely overlay of color, and it'll be fabulous, and it'll be within your budget. Just don't do it at home.
How would you describe our hair situation here? Is it a hair
Well, you know
situation?
what's funny about this? If you go to kmscalifornia.com, we're going to do a webcast tomorrow where it's free, and we're going to be showing the differences of West Coast style versus East Coast style.
Oh, interesting.
Kind of more of a
But this
beachy
is like a different
scene.
country down here. by
Yeah,
the way.
no, it's totally
Just in case
different.
you didn't notice.
No, it's totally different, and we have noticed that. And
Yes.
it's totally different. I think on West Coast, it's definitely a little bit more disheveled and kind of just random and a little
Like
bit
hippie
softer.
cool.
A little
Like,
hippie cool.
yeah.
Here, it's a little bit more polished. There's a lot more scarves that we've been talking about,
Absolutely.
more hair accessories.
You gotta
kind
hide
of
that
thing.
stuff, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
you
got to
gotta
be hidden
scarf.
a little bit
Yeah.
on the humidity. You got to
Yeah.
keep it down a little bit. So
Yeah.
that's a huge thing that
Yeah.
we don't have to deal with in Cali too. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah, and yeah, it's much more kind of bohemian,
Yeah.
a little looser. Hair seems a little bit more, a little bit more polished, you know.
Kind of like yours.
More
Oh,
chic.
thank you. Okay, touch my hair.
Okay.
Okay, now look at, well,
No.
don't get too
Really?
crazy.
Okay.
Don't get
You want me
too
to
crazy.
style it, or
Okay,
you
no,
want
no,
me
no.
just to
No, just look at the ends. Look
Yes.
at, okay, good. What do you think of the ends of my hair?
I think it looks pretty good, you know.
That's
Looks pretty
fake,
good.
honey.
And you know,
that is fake.
you know, the
that's
color's
fake
nice
hair.
on you.
This is fake. You know, in Miami, a lot of things are fake.
Oh, I get that.
It's a mirage.
I get that.
It's the heat.
I get-
What would be like the one thing that you would want to convey about, you know, KMS? That, you know, what your concept is and what you believe in.
We believe in individualism. We believe that it's real lives, real people. It's about your style. It's who you are that makes it interesting. And I think that as KMS, that's what we try to do. We try to create things that are teaching hairdressers to look at you and look at your style and your face shape and your hair texture and create something that is specifically made for you.
Yeah, you know, I think when people they subscribe to trends too much, and by the time somebody's coming in and asking for the trend's over. So you know, we want to get past that and really look, like Brian said, it's just looking at you, what's best for you, and that what makes you who you are, and that's what KMS California is driving for. Just that factor. Let's make you the best you can be.
I like that. The best you can be. Now, I just need one more bit of advice. About to go up to a pool party on
Absolutely.
the roof. So what? Like, this is just going to look bad in about 5 minutes. Is there anything I can do?
I think it might look better.
It might look
You know,
better.
it might. The
You
change
haven't
might.
seen the wind come out. He's already drinking. No, I'm
No,
kidding.
I haven't drank
Yeah,
yet.
not yet. But he's
Maybe
like,
that's why it'll
when
look
you
better.
wrap this up, I will. You know, that's why you have to have a good
Just
start.
keep having
That's
a
what I
couple
think.
drinks,
Yeah,
and then
you know. By the way, you have about 10 drinks, and I bet my hair will look fabulous.
Actually, you know, if I brought a little bit of the anti-humidity, you should try that. It's really good.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they've
Okay,
got a
even in
great
Miami, come back in August. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll do a taste. We'll
Feels
do
like
a
an
test.
elephant licked you.
Yeah, right.
So I think you should think about stand-up comedy. I liked your.
Really?
Yeah, I thought you were pretty good.
Yeah, I'm a little shy.
Yeah, you really are. You
Yeah.
should come out. You could go to therapy for that, by the way.
Yeah, I'm trying to get through it.
If somebody hasn't been to something like this, especially the person at home that might be watching Deco Drive,
Right.
How would you describe it? Especially because Miami, because we love fashion, we love hair, we love art.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, if someone's not been here, right? I mean, our whole goal was to really give to the Florida colorists and stylists just really sexy, usable applications, things that are going to excite their clients, right? I want to see hair color that just is alive because every single person, especially in Miami, just has their own thing going on. So
Right.
why not give them something special?
I like that, something that's alive.
Alive, living, breathing hair color, for
Yes.
sure.
And what's the biggest mistake do you think besides box
Sure.
color?
Yes.
But that
Do.
people like, do they take a magazine and say, I want this, and it's not doable, or
Sure.
what is? I guess let me rephrase the question. What would be your advice to somebody going to have their hair done?
You know, I think that the most important advice, you can have an idea or you can have a concept, right? So an image isn't bad, but always know what do you like about the image.
Right.
You know, I mean, if you have really, really dark hair, you can go blonde, but should you be? But also the same thing with going overly dark. You know, have something of an inspiration, but also let the professional guide you and lead you.
Right.
If they tell you maybe that wouldn't be a good thing, maybe sometimes listen, right? I mean,
Right.
it's with purpose. You know, because I mean, just a quick makeover. I mean, a subtle adjustment sometimes can give you something spectacular.
Okay, so I just watching the program today, I was just a little bit like, what is that like standing up there and just like having to cut somebody's hair and make it like perfect?
It's
pressure.
It is pressure, but it's really what I love to do, right? I get so excited to share the ideas and these amazing haircut and color combinations that if this hairdresser can go back to their salon or studio the next day and also make some quick money from it, it's our industry. It's what we do. So I'm just fortunate that people are excited they're picking up what I'm throwing down.
Do you watch any of the like reality hair shows? Like I watch The Kitchen, Amazing Race, The Kitchen. Now, and recently I've started watching hair reality shows.
Sure.
Is that like BS? Is that
I don't think it's BS, but I don't watch it because my life is that reality. So boo, what do I want to watch more of them for?
Sorry.
No, I'm kidding.
No,
but
I
do
are very
think,
funny, by the way.
No, thank you. I think what's cool about the reality hair industry is that it's not that it's BS, but it does expose people to the insides of what we do.
Right.
And if that beats something crazy, I think that there are some that's really shown also our clients that it's like, yeah, that should not be happening in that salon, right? It's the mistake things that some people were guilty of. So I don't watch it, but
Okay, the first thing that pops into your mind when I say what is the it hairstyle now that you have to have?
It hairstyle now? Well, it's all individual. There's really not one thing. I will say this. My favorite in hair color, you must have some kind of flash frame. You have to have something that melts around the face. And I don't care if you're wearing a pixie bob, if you're wearing a classic bob, or long layers, right? You need to have something that just creates subtle light and gentleness along the skin. Sexy.
Robert said, Shireen, hello, you have to come here because you haven't seen anything like this. So you invited me. But is it just because I was a cheap date?
It's because you are the epitome of style and fashion.
Oh, God, you rehearsed that. He didn't
Not
even
at
know
all.
the question. I slipped about 20.
This is my princess
Oh.
of all princesses. Trust
Thank
me.
you. Now, really quick, I want you to tell me about your new place at the Oceana because you have something going on there. You're moving in and shaking it.
Absolutely. We just opened maybe 7 months ago, and we actually hosted this event, All of the Prepping, which was an honor to be asked by Goldwell and KMS. And full-blown salon, spa, all services, cafe, restaurant, juice bar, you name it.
And I've been there. I like
Absolutely.
Next time
we
can
we even have pictures.
it. Yeah, we do. Go to his website and see me with no makeup on. It's really scary. Well, can you prep me for deco next time?
Absolutely.
Okay, just rub my back a little.
My
Oh, that
pleasure.
feels great.
There
Oh,
we
look at
go.
that.